if I may say so.
100%, man. It also seems very ominous, the idea that actually, if you think about it, these kinds of laws actually represent the ideology of not our politicians, but the way our actual voting public thinks. So there is a
Yeah,
majority
this is what
somewhere.
the
Yeah,
yeah, this is what the masses want, and exactly what the politicians are doing in order to get their votes in the next electoral season, also, which is whenever that happens. Because they have also somewhere understood that pandering to the masses, which is a largely, mostly Hindutva wanting and a Hindu dominated ideological and mindset sort of a public, so it makes more sense to easily cater to them and pander to them because you know that you already have them in your kitty.
yeah.
So from time to keep doing things like these and keep taking steps and measures like these, which makes them entrenched in your ideology furthermore,
Right.
which is why you feel like it is just the right thing to do, which is to cater to the likes and wants, and they'll fall for it because you know what they want at the end of the day.
Yeah. And you know what's really dangerous about that? I mean, at least in my opinion, is that this whole polarizing, this whole like running government based on religious tenets, right, is exactly what India stands, differentiates itself on. We've always been secular, and the reason why we've been secular is because we believe that a constitutional government is the best way to go forward, not one based on like religion, like our, for example, we have our neighbors, and various other Islamic nations who we've seen from examples can actually fail badly based on this. And the BJP acknowledges it. If you look at the literature on BJP, things like that, they've always been for free markets, free enterprise.
Yeah.
So it seems like they've swallowed this pill of polarization to get votes, and a lot of people are backing them. What I don't understand is how is this going to end up in 15 years, right? Because sooner or later, when everyone's Hindu, right? Like 90% of, not 90%, but like 70% of our demographics is Hindu, right? Which means that
Yeah.
even if you fucking achieve everyone, like if you let everyone be Hindu, you're still going to have to differentiate yourself at a later point in time. People will then differentiate themselves further based on certain qualities. That's how hierarchies work. What then?
But it's such an irony. Even if we don't look at the hierarchy, let's just consider the a greater part of the masses, which you said is Hindu dominated and Hindu driven
Right.
in our supposedly Hindu Rashtra.
Yeah.
So what really happens is that they say Hinduism is supposed to be the most tolerant religion. It doesn't preach any kind of violence, no nothing. Hinduism is the most compassionate and the nicest religion. At least it is what is being said.
Right.
But ironic part being here, in a nation, in a Hindu-dominated majority nation,
Yeah.
in a religion which is supposed to be highly tolerant, the nation becomes intolerant.
Right.
Because you can't make jokes. Yeah, because you can't make jokes against the political machinery. The prime minister gets offended. The home minister gets offended. Yeah. You can't make jokes against religions and gods and deities and goddesses also. Otherwise, you'll be in jail. So, what sort of ironic situation is this? I'd say this is a complete antithesis, because one way you say that we are tolerant, but the moment I crack a joke, you are not able to swallow it or digest it. So how is that making you tolerant and not intolerant, if I may say so?
And
so technically two-faced in your own ideology and something that you own strongly, impose upon people.
Yeah.